Hey folks, Eric from Another Voice with Eric and Friends. If you've been a follower of Another Voice with Eric Friends, if you've subscribed to canIGetAWordIn.com, you may have noticed that we haven't had a lot of episodes in recent months. That's partially due to work schedule, but more importantly, I am refocusing Another Voice with Eric and Friends. My goal has been a threefold goal since the show started, and that is to provide folks with information, provide folks with perspective, and get folks involved in their community. And that's been the goal through the whole time. But I got to noticing in recent months, maybe as long as 6 months ago or so, that the episodes felt more like I was just chasing the news or the latest controversy and not focusing on those goals, providing information, providing perspective, and getting people involved in the community. Now, there were certain aspects that have been true. We've continued with our Spirit One Day for Change. We've done things about getting people involved, but I felt that the show was drifting into an area that was just superficial and more just expressing frustration with a little bit of those goals. And so I want to refocus the show. Now, one of the last episodes we had, the one before our 2017 Public Servant Spotlight, where we focused on Sheriff Will Lewis, was an episode where we dealt with the controversy of Confederate war statues and naming. And the episode, my goal was to kind of make it a deeper look and make it a more comprehensive discussion. And that was just me, but it's kind of where I want to go. And let me give you an example of what I'm thinking of, what I'm talking about. Obviously, we want to be focused on current events. We're just not going to be philosophical, but I want the issues on current events to lead us to a discussion that is real, that provides a deep understanding and across-the-board perspective. So, for example, the issue of gentrification has come up here in Greenville, and I think it's something that we need to explore so we can understand and so that we can get involved. Another issue, we had the gas tax pass, and we've talked about that, and we've talked about the two different sides that people talk about all the time: gas tax, no gas tax. But we're actually going to do an episode with some gentlemen whose perspective, whose response or plan is completely different than any of that. It's a different perspective whatsoever. I'm not necessarily in agreement with it, but I think it's an important perspective to bring out. So we're going to have an episode like that. So it's going to take a little while to get this retooled. I want to bring some more friends, people that have information and have experience on different subjects. And so what this is going to result in is we probably will not be doing weekly podcasts. There will be more time between podcasts. It may end up being weekly. It's not about doing it weekly. I think I was focused on doing it weekly or bi-weekly or bi-monthly as something that had to happen, and lost focus on really providing good information, good perspective, and the ultimate goal, getting us involved in the community. So if there are subjects you think we should address, there are events that are happening in our community, locally or statewide or nationwide, I'd like to hear from you. Put some comments below. I know the failed nuclear plant that's costing taxpayers and the users of the power of SC and SG and C or CNG is a major issue, and it has a broader implication about government-owned entities, as well as what basically is government-controlled or government-endorsed monopolies in the power field, in the energy field. So that's something we'll be looking at. But I'd like to hear if you have any ideas of what you would like to hear us talk about, what you'd like to hear perspective on. So that's what's going on with Another Voice with Eric and Friend. I appreciate all of you who have followed me, and I hope you will continue to do that. And until we get together again, get out in your community and make a difference.